Well, this film sure sped in out of nowhere. Hello once again, watchers of good movies. My name is Nick Pell. This is once again coming from my apartment. Now today we're going to be talking about the film Race. This is a film which I have not seen a lot of promotion for. I think I saw maybe one trailer for it in the theaters some time ago. I don't even remember when I saw that trailer. I've seen nothing in theaters since for it. This film is a biopic about Jesse Owens. He is an Olympic athlete who raced during the 1936 Olympics, which took place in Germany during Hitler's reign. And that takes up a large focus of the film because a large portion of the first half of this movie is basically a debate on whether or not the US will compete in these Olympics because, hey, Hitler's Germany wasn't the best place at the moment. And so I liked seeing that because one thing that the film does really, really well is that it draws these distinctions between Nazi Germany and the US in regards to how they treat their minorities. You have Nazis taking away Jewish people, taking away gypsies, taking away people of color. You have these terrible ways that these people are being treated, and that you see not quite to that extent here, but you see kind of the same type of thing to a very vague extent in the US. And so this decision rides both heavily on the Olympic Association, which has to decide, hey, are we going to actually participate in these Olympic Games, or are we going to sit our athletes out? It also rides on Jesse Owens because he, as this black athlete who is rising in fame because of his potential as an athlete, he has to decide, hey, am I going to partake in these games or am I not? If you've seen any sort of movie like this, you kind of know what ends up happening. The performances in this film are quite good. Stephen James plays Jesse Owens quite well. I enjoyed seeing him on screen. Jason Sudeikis, usually a comedic actor from what I've seen him in, he plays a more serious role, and while he does have his funny moments, I actually enjoyed seeing him in this movie. Now, the film does start out a bit slow. The first hour, while it does have its focuses, like I said, on the whole Nazi Germany versus the US thing, it does kind of take its time introducing the character, kind of set up the character. We have him go to college and then have to eventually get good enough to go to the Olympics and have a lot of this drama stuff which happens with both his eventual wife and some people that don't really like him on his team. We have that stuff happening, and it's fine, it's necessary probably for what he had to deal with, just kind of rising above this level. It did kind of slow down the film for me, and the pacing for this film is ultimately its biggest problem because it has its really cool moments, and especially towards the end, in the last 45 minutes or so, we have these really exciting moments where he is in the Olympics and he is racing his races. Those were the most exciting parts. They actually had me on the edge of my seat. I know very little about Jesse Owens before going to this film, and so seeing him do these races, or at least the actors portraying these races, it was very exciting, and then it kind of slows down at times. And that picks back up, and then it slows down at times. So the pacing wasn't the best thing in this film, I thought. But the second half of the film is definitely the biggest and coolest part of the film, because once they're actually in Nazi Germany, you see the distinctions between Germany and the US. There's, for example, a scene where Jesse Owens, he gets to basically the dorms where all the athletes are staying, and he asks one of the Nazi officers, hey, where are the colored dorms? And one of his teammates says, hey, there are no colored dorms here. And so that is a distinction between Nazi Germany and the US. They didn't have separate facilities for people of color, and it's something really interesting to see them portray in this film. So seeing those aspects of the film I really did enjoy because they were kind of a cool historical thing for me, as well as Hitler's reaction to the athletes winning, especially when they weren't of his presumed great race or whatever. Then the ending to this film, as it is a biopic, I always like it when they show kind of what happens to these people after the events of the film. It does this quite well because it kind of, along with showing pictures of these characters after the events of the film, we do get to see some extra scenes and just depictions of what this guy's life was like even after winning medals. I won't say what, but winning medals in the Olympics and seeing him kind of rise to fame and be a US hero. It was kind of a cool and interesting thing to see, that life doesn't necessarily get better for you, even in this country, when you do these amazing things and accomplish these amazing feats. So guys, while Race is an interesting film, it does have a very slow start. So once they get to Berlin in the Olympic setting, that's where it really captured my attention, and that's where I really found myself enjoying the movie. So those are my thoughts on Race. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Did you like the film as much as I did? Did you hate it more than I did? Let me know. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe once again if you so choose. I appreciate it immensely. And as always, people, my name is Nick Pell, and once again, keep on watching.